This is the real stuff you need to know before moving to Missouri. Let's go! What's going on, guys? Jesse Weiser here. I'm a real estate broker in Springfield, Missouri, and I'm here for you. That's why I make these videos, so I can give you all the cool stuff of what's happening in Springfield, maybe show you a couple homes. Like, that's what I want, is to get to know you. So if you reach out, you'll get directly me. Email, phone number, everything comes directly to me, and I can't wait to hear from you. So we got a list of real stuff from real people. So most of this stuff is not from me. We've helped many people move from out of state. Idaho, many people from California, Colorado. We have some people from Minnesota, Florida, Texas. Literally, you name it, we have helped many people move to Missouri. And that's what we specialize. We have niched down into helping people on YouTube. So we went out and asked them questions of what are the real stuff that we need to tell people that you didn't know before you moved here, and let's dig in. So a little bit of a disclaimer, some people have moved here from a smaller city and some people have moved here from giant cities. So it's kind of cool to see the difference on what their perspective is depending on where they've moved from. So what's so funny is the two things that people mentioned the most when we asked them was people and the weather. Those two things are always mentioned when we ask them the difference of where they came from. One, the people seem to be very kind, is what they say. So we helped a sweet couple, Kaylin and Andrew, move from Hawaii, and one of the biggest things they said was the people are so warm here. The wait staff, cashiers at Walmart, and even at the DMV, people are nice. What is so funny is nobody is nice at the DMV, but I guess they are in Springfield, Missouri. So what's so funny is people around here, we're just adding this point in, most Midwesterns try to say things softly and nicely. So whenever they have to say something, mean, they aren't direct like most people from big cities. New Yorkers and people from LA or even Las Vegas, they speak with their horns. They're like, I did not like that, okay? Midwesterns are like, have a nice day. I didn't like that, but it's okay. That is the real stuff. It is 100% true. I'm like, get out of my way. The next thing that people talked about was the highway patrol around here is like no joke. So definitely be careful when you're driving around here because they will pull you over with like 2 miles over the speed limit. I'm just giving you the real stuff, okay? So like expect speed traps. Like one time I went to Miami and I was going like 15 miles over the speed limit going down the highway because everybody else was. And then some cop just pulls like, wow, and he was just going normal speed too. So, but around here, cops don't go fast. They go the speed limit waiting for people to pass them. And they sit in certain places in town or certain places on the highway like mile marker 79. Just kidding. But they will sit and wait. Especially if you have non-Missouri plates. They're looking for you. The next point is the highways are much better here. Now, when you go from like a big city and stuff, literally Missouri highways are always flowing fast. You don't have to worry about anything slowing us down. You're not at standstill traffic. If you're at standstill, something is seriously wrong. Now, most of Missouri is just like that, except for like Kansas City and St. Louis. Those are big cities. So those cities, you'll get those standstill moments and big traffic. But in Springfield, Missouri, where I live, you literally get all the time fast, 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 fast. Now we do get like a 5 o'clock rush hour traffic, of course, but it's not like bad at all. You're not standing still, like you're still flowing. It's just very condensed. However, if you are from the country and you are from areas that are not that populated, Springfield might seem very busy. And what's so funny is people that live here think that we have one of the worst drivers. No, they have never driven in like Las Vegas. Las Vegas is crazy, okay? But I think it's because the country folk around here go into Springfield and they're like, going really slow, stuff like that. So I think they are just used to the country driving through the backwoods stuff, and then they enter Springfield and they're like, this is so crazy. It's really not at all. Now, we did have someone say that bin stores are really big here. So this is where like merchandise from like Amazon or Target, maybe it's overflow stuff, we don't know, resale stuff, I don't know what it is. There's a lot of stores around here that are like bin stores. So you go and it's just super cheap Target stuff, super cheap Amazon stuff. Now we have a lot of bin stores, Dollar Generals, Dollar Tree, and just a lot of thrift stores around here because people do want to save money. Like that's the Midwestern way, okay? Now, the next point is Facebook Marketplace is gold around here. A lot of people use it. I don't know what it's like in big cities. Maybe it's too sketchy to do that. But around here, it's not really sketchy if you meet at like a public place. I mean, I'm always selling stuff on Marketplace. Basically, furniture is a big thing on Marketplace. If you're always looking for furniture, go on Marketplace, you'll find some steal of a deal there. Now, one of the biggest ones is the weather, and it cannot make up its mind. It is always doing something. We got winds coming from the south, winds coming in from the north, east, west, northeast, north, south. North, south? Is that a thing? Literally from the north and the south, just crashing. We call those tornadoes around here. Allison, we helped her move from California. She said the weather's absolutely bipolar. It's something you'll need to check literally every single day. Because one day, literally, we got tornadoes, we got ice storm, we got snowstorm, we got sleet, hail, all in one day. It was insane. My biggest advice is layers. You see this right here? Layer, layer, and then I have a coat all the time, okay? Everywhere I go, I got layers all over the place. I normally wear flannels for this reason, but today, don't know what happened. Now, around here, we do have 4 true seasons. It's absolutely beautiful. Fall time, oh my gosh, amazing. Wintertime, there's a lot of ice. There is some snow. We just had a wet snow. Expect the ice, okay? Spring, amazing. It's monsoon a lot, but it's cool. Summer, you can get some hot days. Like a week goes by and it's like 90, a little bit over 100, but those are very like rare in those circumstances. And they only last for like 3 weeks out of the year. It's typically in the upper 80s during the summertime. And then into my favorite, fall. Talked about fall, but fall is my favorite with all the colors. The maple trees go red, orange, yellow, and you got all the greens. Ah, it's beautiful. The Ozarks is an amazing time to visit during the fall. Now, we did have someone say that moved from Oregon. It's flat and brown here in Missouri, not a lot of outdoor beauty, which is kind of interesting because we do live in the Ozarks and it's like big mountain hills. I mean, we don't have like big mountains, you know, like Colorado and stuff, which I guess Oregon does have, you know, big mountains. But that is from someone from Oregon, and I hear that everything is green in Oregon. Now, if you live in Texas, especially West Texas, everything will be green in Springfield, Missouri. It's insane. Texas, brown, tumbleweeds, everything. So it's just a different perspective. We do get snow days here in Missouri, and everyone looks forward to them. If a little bit of snow or ice gets on there, boom, school's canceled, everyone stays home, and we're all having a great day off. You might be surprised by whenever we call snow days, because I'm pretty sure in Colorado, if it ain't 4 feet of snow, they're still having school. But here in Missouri, we don't mess around. My wife was a teacher for a couple of years before snatched her to come work with me, and she would always be so excited when snow was forecasted because they got snow days. She was so excited. So the reason why we get a lot more snow days around here is because we don't get much snow. Like, we don't get feet of snow, we get like ice, okay? And ice is way more dangerous to drive on and stuff, so now you know. Now let's talk about property taxes. Around here and around, let's say, an older home, your property taxes may be around 0.75 or 1% of the total value of your house. That's where property taxes kind of lay around here. Could be more, could be less, just let me know. Now, one thing that is more expensive, sales tax and insurance is more expensive here than, let's say, on the West Coast. But I really think that's because there's chances of tornado and hail around here. So the insurance has to be a little higher due to those circumstances. That's why I think insurance might be a little bit more expensive here. Now, a lot of people have said that schools are amazing here coming from other cities. So that is actually a really big plus that I love hearing, that schools are great. Now, obviously, you gotta do your research on schools. You know, some areas are better than others. So check out this website and you can see if the schools are good. Obviously, the ones close to Springfield are the best, right? You know, I'm trying to sell my city over here. Willard is amazing. You know, Nixa, Ozark, Republic, I don't know about them. Just kidding, they're great. So we've heard that there is a lot to do around here, which there is. But Holly from Idaho said, tons of local things to do that are not that far away. Zoos, farmers markets, festivals, caves, amusement parks, tons of restaurants, and we love all the parks here, she said. You have way more than other states. Thank you, Holly. It is now your state too. And she also said there are tons of walking trails and waterfalls nearby. So that's actually really great. There is a lot of stuff to do. And if you don't know, Johnny Morris, who owns Bass Pro, does a lot of stuff around here. And there's Dogwood Canyon, check that out. 6 miles of trails, one way. That's what's crazy. So obviously, cost of living is so much cheaper here because there's not really a beach nearby to make it more expensive. Yeah, I said it. There are lakes though. We love our lakes around here. What I've heard is literally cost of living is significantly so much cheaper here. Rent, groceries, gas, and even housing prices, much cheaper. Cheap living around here, if you know what I mean, okay? So the next one is about how fast-paced we are. Now we have 2 perspectives because one came from a smaller town and the other one came from a big town. Remember, you have to know perspective, okay? One person said the people are very different. They even dress differently. They all seem to be in their own worlds and busy all the time. Fast-paced lives, which is so funny because I would have the opposite perspective. I live in a small town. Like, I think Springfield's small. When I go to Vegas, when I go to California, New York, Florida, I mean, it's crazy how fast-paced people are. But I think that's just American culture too. But Springfield, on the other hand, think of like a guy driving a 1979 F-150, 3 on the column, you know, going through the country roads with a little straw out of his mouth, tipping his hat to all the cows he manages. You know, that is what I envision how fast-paced Springfield is. Now, obviously, it depends who you surround yourself with. Obviously, I like hanging out with the old country folk. So that was from a very rural perspective. Now, someone that came from a big city, this is what they said. Everything takes more time to get done here. Follow up on people you hire to come to do work. Even if they say they are coming, they may not show up, which is kind of funny. Ask your realtors or people that you trust in the area for suggestions on work you might need for the new house. So if you need any suggestions or whatnot, I work with very trusted people. You can reach out anytime. I would love to give you recommendations. So 2 different perspectives, kind of funny. I view Springfield as more of a slower pace, but some people from a rural area might think of it as fast-paced. Which leads us to our next point. Most things are word of mouth around here. So there's nothing better than getting someone's opinion, especially with someone you trust, on someone else's maybe work or how they do business. So always getting other people's opinion based on their word of mouth is very crucial around here. We are a very close-knit community. You don't think that Springfield would be at 100, 200,000 people. But if you know somebody, they know somebody, and they know somebody, and it's a big sphere. And I'm just saying, if you come in and start messing with people, the community will know. It's kind of crazy. It's a small town feel, but a big town like feel as well. And that's just Springfield. I mean, I don't know about Kansas City and St. Louis, but that's just Springfield in general. So another piece of advice that goes in with what I just said, asking people about doctors, dentists, anything in the professional world, make sure you ask for other people's opinion, because some people might not treat other people the same way that you want to be treated. So always asking for opinions is a great thing. So what's kind of funny is I just sat down with somebody that just moved from Wisconsin, and the first thing out of their mouth literally said, wow, you guys have a lot of churches around here, like on every corner. There's banks on every corner, car washes on every corner, there's gas stations everywhere, and maybe that's just the Midwestern way. I don't know, but that's what they said, and it was actually kind of funny. But you have to understand, we are in the Bible Belt. The Midwest is the Bible Belt, and that's why there's a lot of churches. We're here to save people's lives here, okay? All right, if you want to get to know more things Missouri, check out this playlist right over here, and don't forget, you watch for deer, okay? I'm trying to save your life. Be on the lookout. Deer everywhere. Have a good day.
You'd add a little disclaimer where it's like,